on you. Your breath smell like alcohol. I'm on you. Your breath smell like alcohol.
I'm on you. Devin Haney said the same thing. Got knocked out.
I smell it.
Yeah,
I smell it.
Ha, ha.
Yeah.
I don't know. He apologized for it. You guys think that's really an apology? I don't know. Y'all think he apologized for real? You think that actually means?
No doubt. Rolly, how you feel about this fight with Ryan, man? It's a big fight for you. It's a fight that obviously you win and put you on a different level. Talk to us.
It's a good time. And what you mean a different level? Ryan's never been
World Champion Ryan Garcia and Romero just got into a physical fight, and that was enough to send a message about what will happen on May 2nd. This happened during their arrival at the recent press conference. And now they can't shake off their need to win. Rolly has now made it clear that things are personal, that he will come to this fight to win back his place in the boxing world. He compared how the fight will be so different to their sparring session, assuring everyone of a brutal KO. That one moment of uncontrolled chaos wasn't just the antics that come with both names, it was a release of the pressure both fighters have been carrying for months.
Ryan?
Yeah.
How you like that fight?
No. How you like that fight?
Oh, that's a good fight. I think that's a great fight. I'm gonna be honest. I think that a lot of people is like, I'm crazy. I think that's a great fight. I worried that they both got Gervonta Tank Davis PTSD.
Both of them have a lot to prove, and no one is treating this like a payday. Garcia wants to redeem himself after a turbulent year filled with criticism, speculation about his focus, and a failed attempt at reclaiming his spot against Devin Haney. Romero, meanwhile, wants to silence the doubters who say his confidence has never recovered after his knockout loss to Gervonta Davis.
Was it Ryan or was it Rolly? Because they both clear.
I ain't gonna lie, Rolly had
Yeah.
people be sleeping on Rolly because he been obviously, I don't know how to say it, obviously. But yeah, if he don't got no chin now, so Rolly be getting caught, but Rolly he can hit, bro. Like he can hit. He's the only person I felt like when he swung, it felt like.
That knockout was more than a defeat. It set off questions about whether Rolly had the fundamentals to compete at the elite level. He's explosive, sure, but his awkward style, wild shots, and lack of elite defensive skills made him a target. Garcia's own loss to Davis a year later in the 7th round brought similar scrutiny. Both men tasted that same kind of humbling defeat, but the difference is Garcia believes Rolly hasn't bounced back.
When it comes down to drug testing, number 2, you link back up with Derrick James. I want to see how the jab's working in this fight. Somebody like Rolly Romero, awkward type style in the ring, kind of wild at times. You keep them at bay with the jab. I want to see how the jab pumping. And the third thing, can Ryan Garcia control distance? That's going to be the most important thing in this fight. I'm looking forward to see what Ryan Garcia can do.
Speaking at the roundtable with other top names from the stacked May 2nd card, Teofimo Lopez, Jose Ramirez, Devin Haney, Arnold Barbosa Jr., Ryan Garcia pointed out something that's hard to ignore. You know he has power in his hands, so I got to be sharp the whole way through, and you know you can't take nobody lightly. I think that his fights after Tank, I kind of see, he doesn't seem the same to me like I told him in the face-off, but he's going to have to prove me different, and we'll see. Romero's recent performances haven't exactly convinced people he's improved since the Davis loss, even though he won a controversial TKO over Ismael Barroso. Most fans and analysts saw that fight as a gift.
He was my first choice. It was Pitbull Cruz, but things played out a different way.
How long will Rolly last with you in the ring?
Facts. There you go. He answered it for me. About 2 seconds. He's gonna come to fight. I'm not taking him lightly or anything like that. I'm still gonna train my best. I just gotta, prepare well, and I know I'm the better fighter. I'm gonna knock him out.
He can think whatever he wants. He knows me too well.
How concerned are you with that left hook that he is so proud of?
Barroso, who is 40, was ahead on the cards, and didn't seem to be in serious trouble when the referee waved it off. It left a sour taste in the mouths of many, and it added to the narrative that Rolly is living more on hype than substance. Timo Lopez, who will defend his WBO super lightweight title on the same night, made it clear who he's backing. I got Ryan Garcia. He hasn't been fighting that often and being stopped The way he was, I think he might be changing trainers, but even then. Lopez gave fair warning, though Rai's power is not a myth. Even Gervonta Davis admitted that Romero's punches were some of the strongest he'd ever felt. That kind of danger doesn't vanish, and Garcia knows he'll have to stay alert every second of every round. I think it's a great matchup. Ryan needs to be careful with Relay's punching. Power Relay's still got power, man, and definitely could do something to Ryan with those shots. The theme keeps repeating. Romero's power is real, but the rest of his game is still in question ahead of the fight, and Garcia people want to know if he's mentally focused and emotionally stable enough to compete with a guy who thrives in chaos.
Good question. How's everybody doing? Haven't talked to you guys in a while. Hope that everybody's doing good.
Yeah, everyone's having a blessed day. Rolly, we coming.
Former middleweight contender Gabe Rosadou, known for always giving a thoughtful and street-smart take on fights, shared his views during coverage of the upcoming Times Square fight night. I like it. I think Ryan was stripped away from what he loves the most, and I think that humbled him, and I think you can see it in his eyes that he appreciates being back on the spotlight. I think it's probably a blessing in disguise, because I feel that if he would have just stood on that high horse, he could have fell off, he could have lost focus, he could have lost track. I think whether he was on PEDS or not, I think him being stripped away from boxing was a blessing for him.
Obviously, you know, one of the reasons that made Rolly famous was the video of him and Ryan boxing. So, like, to kind of bring that back full circle and see who would really win in the fight, you know what I mean? Because, in sparring, anything can happen, you know what I mean? Like, anything can happen. But when it's real, when it's for everything, who wins?
Okay, who wins?
Me personally, I believe Ryan Garcia.
Knockout or by point?
I would say that fight ends in knockout.
Rosado compared the matchup to a classic Oscar de la Hoya versus Ricardo Mayorga. In his view, Garcia plays the role of de la Hoya, the clean technique, the star power, the poised jabs, while Rolly plays the loud, unorthodox brawler like Mayorga. I see it being Oscar de la Hoya versus Mayorga, Ryan being Oscar and Mayorga coming in, that's Rolly, and just swinging them wild punches and just staying sharp with that jab and throwing that left hook right in between and catching Rolly. I think it's one of those fights it doesn't go past 5.
Up to 147. I'm not gonna say I think he's gonna be fast. I'm not sure if his strength is gonna translate to 147. It went with him to 140, but that doesn't mean it's gonna go with him to 147 because that's welterweight. And now he's back with Eddie Reynoso. So I want to say, in my opinion, he didn't look. He looked alright with Eddie Reynoso. He looked his best.
Rosado isn't alone in thinking this fight could end early. There's too much emotion, too much history, too much on the line for this to become a chess match. Romero himself isn't trying to survive rounds. He wants to walk through fire and knock Garcia out, and he's been very vocal about it.
The whole world is tuning in. They're super excited. How do you see the fight unfolding?
Man, I mean, you know how Rolando fires shots. He's not going to change. Opens up wide and tries to knock you out. And that's just what it is. And for me, it's just slowing it down and making sure that I tag him when I have the opportunity and make sure that those shots don't hit me, don't land. And they're coming like this, they're coming like that. So it's just staying tight, cracking them. And I should get the job done.
But you were with Justin fortunate. I was there on day 1. Now you had a chance 4 weeks with him. How's it been so far with Justin and with Derek, of course? And your dad?
It's been amazing. I'm always going to show up and train the best I can.
Last one, Ryan, you're working with Turkey. Turkey has done amazing things for the fighters' pay. What did you make of Shakur Stevenson saying that Turkey